Okay, today's warm-up is a little bit different than it was yesterday. We'll do the warm-up routine in the middle of our workout with a little bit more weight, and we'll do it at the end of the workout as well, potentially with a little bit more weight. Again, all 4 people on here know me very, very well, so I'm not too worried. It doesn't mean I'm trying to be mean, but we can crank it up a little bit. Warm-up routine today, here we go. Big deep breath. 10 total stationary forward lunges. You've done it before. If you don't want to do stationary forward lunges, you can do narrow squats if you want to. 10 total, there's 3. There's 4 stationary forward lunges. 5, take your time. 6, make sure it's nice and tall. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand tall, give yourself some room, shake it off. 10 total stationary reverse lunges. And again, if you don't want to do stationary reverse lunges, you can do wide squats. 10 total stationary reverse lunges. There's 3, there's 4, take your time, you're tall, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, good posture, 9, and 10. Alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. You've done these 9 million times. Yesterday we did them single leg, balance, stretch, squeeze, breathe. 10 total stationary reverse, stationary stiff-leggeds. There's 3, good posture. There's 4, take your time. There's 5, you're stretching, you're balancing, you're squeezing, you're breathing. There's 7, I'm a horrible counter by the way. 8, you guys think I'm a really good counter, I'm more timing. There's 9, good posture. And there's 10 stationary lateral lunges. Done them before. Again, I'm not too worried. If you need to do regular squats, do regular squats. Step and load. Step and load on your stationary lateral lunge. There's 3, there's 4, take your time, good posture. There's 5, there's 6, there's 7, good posture. 8, 9, and 10. Big deep breath. Take your time. We have our 10 slow scissors, our 10 slow runners, and our 10 slow swimmers. Again, we're gonna do these again later on. And it's only 10. 10 on your scissors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Big deep breath. 10 slow runners. 1, 2. Remember the bigger version and the slower version of bicycles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Big deep breath. You can either lay on your stomach or you can be on your hands and knees on your swimmers. You got your 1 if you're laying on your stomach, 2, big deep breath. If you want to be on your hands and knees, you can. 3 on your swimmer, big slow motion. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, big motion. 8, take your time and we're getting warm and loose. 9, and 10. Again, you guys all know me. We will repeat those in the middle and possibly at the end. The leg stuff will hopefully do heavier. Again, it's okay if you don't. If you have an ankle weight, cool. You guys have done this routine. If you don't have an ankle weight, cool. We have 30 reps and you'll see here in a second. Okay? I am gonna put my timer on, and all I'm looking for is for all of us to be on the same page. 2.5 minutes per round. You have 30 reps on your hip. And if you do your hip correctly, 30 reps is about 1.5 minutes. Then we have about 1 minute of stretching, give or take. If you get done with your 30 reps, cool, you'll start the stretch earlier. It's 2.5 minutes per round. 6 rounds later, we have our 6 different hips that you've done before. You have 4 stretches and 2 abs, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. You're gonna lay on your side. You've done this before. Clockwise circles. Draw a nice circle. Here you go. 30 clockwise circles. If you go fast, cool. I'm on 3. There's 4, so take your time. About an 18 to 24 inch circle. So I don't want this huge circle. I do want a steady circle. I want a smooth circle. You're relaxing, not your first time. You have your 6 different right hips. If you started on your right side, it's okay. If you started on your left side, you're just gonna do everything on your left. I'm actually doing my left because it looks like it's the right on your computer. You're stretching, you're breathing, you're chilling. You got your clockwise circles. Hey, good morning, by the way. Happy Tuesday. Nice. I'm on about 15-ish. Right, slow and steady, and you're breathing, you're squeezing, and we've done the hip routine before. You have your 5 anterior hips, you have your 3 posterior hips, you have your 1 lateral hip, and we're trying to use all of our hip muscles. Nice. And 4-ish, and 3-ish, and 2, it's okay if you have a couple extra, and then 1, and if you're done, that's okay, and breathe. Left, I'm on my left, you're on your right. Right leg hamstring stretch. Again, you've done this, we've got a minute to go. So relax and breathe. Light, long stretches. Scroll past the first couple pages of nonsense on Google. When you get to the real stuff, I want you to think about elongating your muscle. Long, light stretches, not herky-jerkies, and doing something more than 15 seconds is actually beneficial. You have this nice long stretch to elongate your muscles. Maybe you feel it from yesterday, maybe you don't. Tomorrow, again, I'm not trying to scare you, tomorrow will be a little more challenging. Monday was informative and getting used to each other, and today's a nice good balancing act of 3 days in a row, possibly. Got about 10 more seconds, and you're gonna lay back down, same hip, counterclockwise circles. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. Same hip, the other direction, counterclockwise circles, and go. Slow and steady. Remember, you're drawing a circle. If it's herky-jerky or weird and funky, make sure it's smooth. 18 to 24 inch circle, so it's big enough that you get a lot of motion, and it's small enough that a nice good burn. Smooth, good old circles, 30 reps. You'll eventually, and I know you hate the numbers, do 180 reps per hip. We have a couple stretches, we have a couple abs, we'll do those legs that we did earlier. So today's a very simple but very effective day. I'm probably hovering around 20, so I'm gonna say 10 more. And 9, and 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you have an extra 1 or 2, awesome, take your time. You'll be laying on your back here in a second. Upper hamstrings and glutes. Most people push it down. I want you to pull it up. So you're gonna pull that leg up. The kicker, I want your left leg down and flat. Don't force it down, but keep it down and straight. And I want you to pull that leg up. Some people might need to straighten their leg a little bit so you get a little bit more hamstrings. But it's meant to be your upper hammies, your glutes, and your lower back, and you're pulling, not pushing. It's a big misnomer. Don't push that knee. Don't hyper flex that knee. Pull it up. Again, if you're pretty flexible, straighten that leg up a little bit and pull your leg up, keeping your left leg down. Nice. You got 10 more seconds. Today is very focused on hips and stretching with some abs and legs. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last time you're laying on your side, you've done all this stuff before, single lateral leg lifts. Here we go, 30 reps. Don't let your toe point up or down. Your toe points in front of you. If you can see your ankle bone, which I hope you can, your ankle bone goes straight up to the ceiling. Not behind you, not in front of you. 30 single lateral leg lifts. People always ask me why we always start with the hard ones. Would you rather start with the hard ones or finish with the hard ones? If you finish with these hard ones, you tend to get herky-jerky and you do all these other things. So that's why we start with these first 3, so you do them as correctly as possible. Single lateral leg lifts is a lot more hips, whereas yesterday's double lateral leg lifts is supposed to be more obliques. And if you're not burning like I am, we're in deep trouble. Woohoo, baby. Good. I'm going to say we have about 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yowzers. You'll be laying on your back. Apologies for the butt shot. But I want you to put your right leg over your left leg like this. I don't want your knee pointed in or your knee pointed out. And then you're going to pull your left leg up. You're stretching your right glute and your right posterior hips. You should see a triangle between your legs. If you don't, you got to push that knee out. You're pulling your left leg up, stretching your glute and posterior hip. If you did those hips correctly and they were burning pretty good, you should feel this stretch. Nice. You also know we don't stretch very much here, and that's my fault. Today is a good day to think about your stretches. About 15 more seconds, and you're relaxing and you're elongating. I don't like 10 to 15 second stretches. You might as well spend a little time on it. Let's do a couple less and do them for longer. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. You're on your hands and knees. We've done all these. You got your donkey kicks. Pushing up and back. Up and back. Not just back, not just up and back. If you want to advance it, drive your knee up and back. Donkey kicks. Good, up and back. You're thinking about your glutes. You got little hammies in there. Your posterior hips is above your butt and below your back. Donkey kicks. Big and slow. Let's say we have about 10 more. There should be about 20-ish. You guys actually know I'm not a very good counter, by the way. And 9, and 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, get big, 2, and 1. Last right hip or right leg stretch. You've got your anterior hip. Your right leg is down, your left leg is up. And it's all about posture. This is not what I'm talking about. Get tall. Your right leg is down and you're stretching your right leg. Your left leg is up and you're going to push that butt a little bit so you stretch your hip a lot more. Stretching, pushing, posture, and you're breathing. Again, you've done these things before, but let's maximize the time. You've got 5 anterior hips that you're stretching and you're breathing, and it's your last right leg stretch. Good posture, good breathing. Happy Tuesday. You got 15 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your 5th hip, you've done this before, is your fire hydrants. You know my bad joke. Walk the doggy, tinkle, tinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. After this is done, we have an ab. Here we go, fire hydrants. Get your leg out. I don't use the word up because then people shift out of their body. Get your leg out. Don't let your foot drop, and don't lead with your foot. So you're still leading with your knee and your leg, but you're getting it out, not necessarily up. fire hydrants. Get that leg out. And you're breathing. It's your 5th right hip. Get it out. Let's just say we have 10 more. You might have more, you might have less. And 8, 7, 6, get them out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathe. You got 1:20 remaining on our 2.5-minute round. You've got 25 sit-ups, and or I'll stop you at that 1:10 mark. Get them up there. You can do legs straight all the way down. You can bend one knee if you want to bend one knee. You can bend the other knee if you want to bend the other knee. You can bend both knees. Why am I still talking about that? Those little changes go a long ways so you get your abs and not your back. Little changes in your feet position help you maintain ab activation. You've got 30 seconds to go. This is your 5th round. There's only one more to go before we repeat our legs from earlier. Nice. 15 seconds. Keep breathing. If you're already done, cool. Maybe do 3 more. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe. One more right hip to go. One more different ab before we do our legs. You're laying on your back for your front raise. Toe is pointed out. Knee is slightly bent. We've done this before. Work on your breathing. Again, you're not pushing your leg out. Your toe is pointed out as you do your front raise. Educationally, 5 anterior hips, 3 posterior hips, 1 lateral hip. We're trying to use those little hip muscles, not create momentum. Most of you, this is your plant leg. Sorry, my bad, other side. Most of you, this is your kicking leg. So if you're gonna kick something like your dog or your husband, since I have all my ladies on here, right? You're gonna kick them with this right leg. You're gonna plant with your left side. So you actually might feel pretty strong here. I know most of your husbands. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe for 1 second. You have your reverse crunches. We did them yesterday. You've done them 1,000,000 times. We got 1:10 to go. Your legs are moving, your abs are working. Legs are moving, abs are working. If that right hip is tired, support it with your left leg for a rep or 2. Playing around with your feet, like I said earlier, mixing up your feet and your legs helps you stay activated in your abs. And remember to breathe. 25 reverse crunches, and or you have 35 seconds to go. Breathe. Let's mix up those feet a little bit. Play with those legs a little bit. Keep your abs activated a lot of it. And breathe. 15 more seconds. If you did your 25 already, went too fast, let's do a couple more reps because it's Tuesday. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Grab a quick sip of water, pretty please. If you have weights, awesome. If you don't have weights, awesome. We're gonna repeat the legs that we did earlier. There's still 10, and remember, stationary forward lunges or narrow squats. Stationary reverse lunges or wide squats. Preferably alternating stiff-legged deadlifts, or you could do double stiff-leggeds, and then we'll have our lateral lunge. So take your time. Here we go. 10 total stationary forward lunges or narrow squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, take your time, there's 5, 6, take your time, 7, 8, 9, 10, good, just checking up on everybody here. Stand tall for a second. Stationary reverse lunges and or wide squats. 1, 2, 3. And remember, I don't mind if you guys are going faster. I don't mind if you do a couple of reps. It's not a penalty if you do a little bit more. I'm just trying to control that environment on making sure we stay together. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand tall and breathe. Preferably alternating stiff-legged deadlifts. If it needs to be double, you can. 10 total balancing, stretching, squeezing, stiff-legged deadlifts. Again, if you need to do doubles, awesome. Make sure you go all the way up so you can go all the way down. People forget to stand tall. 7, nice and slow. 8, nice and slow. 9, nice and slow. And 10, big, deep breath. Lateral lunges. If you need to do regular squats, do regular squats. When you do them with weights, one weight is outside and one weight is inside. Step and load. Step and load on your stationary lateral lunge. Standing tall, one weight inside, one weight outside on your lateral lunge. There is 6, there is 7, there is 8, there is 9, and there is 10. Big, deep breath. See, that wasn't that bad. Just a 40 rep middle. And if we have time at the end, if you have inclination at the end, we can do more at the end. Today is hips, stretching, some abs, some legs. Tomorrow will be more upper body focused with lots of fun things. So look at tomorrow as a nice, good, hard, tough day. When you're ready, we have our left hip to do. We've already done our right hip to do. We'll have a different ab and actually a hip bridge at the end, so we have more core at the end. Again, same rhythm. Big deep breath for me. Make sure everybody's together. We have our clockwise circles coming your way. Same rhythm. Hip stretch, hip stretch, hip stretch. Ready, set, go. Clockwise circles. Again, I briefly touched on the difference between your hips. Yesterday we had our legs, which you guys have done. We had our obliques, which you've done. However, that muscle imbalance, the balance between your right leg and your left leg is huge. You guys all know this. Everybody on this call is well versed in our different sides. 30 clockwise circles. Take your time. 18 to 24 inch circle. No rush. 5 anterior hips, 3 posterior hips, 1 lateral hip. Bunch of little hip muscles. Nice. I'm going to say we have 10, give or take, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Again, if you have more, cool. 2 and 1. I'm going to do this 4 times a day. I already feel my 6 a.m. workout. When you're ready, you got your left hip hamstring stretch. Again, we're talking about elongating the muscle, hanging out, relaxing, enjoying the moment, maximizing the fact that we're going to stretch. Number 1 yesterday is everybody, but lots here are like, how come we didn't stretch at the end? Which I know is very common in the world, but we normally don't do it. So please, when I say, hey guys, we're getting off the call, go stretch. Here's your hamstring stretch. We're gonna remind ourselves on that glute hammy stretch. We'll have that posterior hip glute stretch. You have your anterior hip stretch. Tomorrow we'll do some foam rolling. Some of you don't have foam rollers, and if you Amazon Prime it, you're gonna get it next month anyways. Well, next month is tomorrow, but 10 more seconds, light and long, good stretch, please. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time. We have the counterclockwise circles. Again, there's no rush. We're trying to get 30 reps and our time. Here we go. Counterclockwise circles, 18 to 24-inch circles. No rush. Think about those muscles working a little differently. You're always going to use all your hips when you do your circles. Which one is turned on first and which one is turned on most is what changes with the direction. Nice. You're breathing, hanging out, chilling. Tuesday morning. Normally on Tuesday, what's it, 9:30? Normally I'd be dropping off Daxon by now. I'd already have run to Kirkland and did the Dane drop off. So trippy the change in routine after so many years. Let's go 6 more. And 5. And 4. Again, if you have a couple more, sweet 3. Take your time. 2. And 1. And relax. We have that pulling stretch. Laying down, that right leg is down on the ground and you're pulling, not pushing. Pull that leg up to you. And if you get used to it and relax and flexible, you want to pop that leg up a little bit so you get a little more hamstrings in there. Yeah, most of you guys don't realize that on this call is Mama D. She is the reason why I started training on Tuesday, Thursday mornings many, many years ago. I used to only do Monday, Wednesday, Friday days and then Tuesday, Thursday nights. But she yelled at me so many times to be there on the Tuesday, Thursday morning. Remember that? Nice. Nice, long. Remember, you're pulling it up. You got 15 more seconds and a way to breathe. Don't get too used to this stretching routine. However, this is what I want you doing when you stretch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, the last hard one, right? You got your single lateral leg lifts. Make sure that toe is pointed in front of you. It doesn't point up, nor does it point down. Lead with your ankle bone, lateral leg lifts. Done them before. These are more of a hip exercise, whereas double lateral leg lifts are supposed to be more of an oblique exercise. It's okay if you feel other things. I do too. And Marsha, I'm not talking about your anger towards me, right? I know your legs, your hips are burning, but it's good for you. Nice. Push and push. Think of those hips. I'm burning. Kavita, are you burning? Do you feel your hips and your glutes? You miss me? In 5, I think, roughly, right? 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And again, if you have another rep or 2, so be it. Oh my goodness. Again, apologize about the butt shot. We have that glute hip stretch. Your right leg is down, your left leg is up. Remember, you want to see a triangle. So make sure that left knee is pointed out and you're pulling your right leg up. It is a glute posterior hip stretch. Good, and relax and pull. And again, if you did those hips right, you should hopefully feel this. It's okay if you need to shake it off, I do too. And you're pulling that leg up. We'll have the 1 more hip with a stretch. We'll have the 2 more hips with some abs and core. And if you want 1 more leg loop at the end, so be it. If you don't, cool. Simple, good day today. About 10 more seconds. Pulling that leg up and breathing. In 3, 2, 1. And relax. You got your donkey kicks. Remember, you're going up and back on your donkey kicks. Up and back. Not just back, not just up and back. If you want to drive that knee, drive that knee. You just get more flexibility of your posterior muscles and mobility of your joints. Push up and back. donkey kicks. Try to relax your hands and your arms and your neck. Tomorrow you potentially have lots of upper body, so put your head around the weights we can use. We'll have a couple challenging circuits with some upper body circuits. And push, up and back and push. And I'm gonna say 10 and 9, 8, 7, it is a bigger motion, that's why. 5, 4, nice and big, 3, 2, and 1. Good, nice and tall, good posture. You have that anterior hip stretch. Remember, your left leg is down. I want you to push your left buns, and you're tall. This is not stretching. This is stretching. Good posture, good breathing, stretching. Try to relax your leg and breathe. You have 5 anterior hips, and we use them for lots of things. I hope all you guys got your email last night. Apologies, it was a very long, busy day. I had a lot of good feedback. I will try to email you those workouts every night, whether you do anything with them or not. You got about 15 more seconds anyways. So you still have your 4 strength at home workouts, your 4 sweaty at home workouts. There's 6 box workouts that were happening here that I'm trying to adjust for you guys. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. And you're gonna have these 20 prescribed online workouts this month. We have a lot of work to do. All right, fire hydrants, here we go. Get that leg out. Don't lead with your foot. Don't let your foot drop either. Get your leg out. Again, if I say up, I see a lot more upper body motion. This is supposed to be a hip exercise, so you don't want to move anything else. Get that leg out. Fire hydrants. Most of the time you guys have an ankle weight on, so this probably feels easy for you today. I'm gonna say we've got 7 and 6 and 5, give or take. I'm a horrible counter. 4, nice and big. 3, 2, and 1. Big, deep breath. We're on to our V-ups. And if you can't, don't, or won't, you can do toe touches. I'm just looking for something big. 25 V-ups, and or slow on your toe touches, and or you got a minute to go. 25 reps, nice and big on your V-ups. Big and slow on those V-ups. Again, if you need to, you can do some toe touches. Just don't go fast. I'm not looking for a million reps. I'm looking for 25-ish reps. And that's about that minute 10 mark we've been hitting every time. Nice and big. You got 15 seconds. Go get some. Give me a couple more reps. Go get some, Jackie. I know you've missed me. Get up there. In 3, 2, 1, and give me that one. Oh, nice job. One more left hip with that front raise. One more core. And if we want, which I think we have time for, one more loop of legs. Front hip raises. Toe is pointed out. Take your time. Remember, you have a balancing leg, you have a mobile hip, you have an activated glute and hammy. You might feel the difference between your sides, and that's okay. It's good to work on them, but also you got to acknowledge that there's so many other things you do in life that are unilateral. It's hard to catch up with. Last left hip, front raises. gonna say we have 8-ish, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your time. You got a couple extra awesome big deep breath. Hip bridges. We normally do this with our feet elevated on a stability ball or a bench. If you have something to put your feet on, please do. It only increases your motion potential. If you don't, it's still okay. I just want that butt to get up. Don't stop here. Get that butt up. Feel that stretch and squeeze. Hip bridges. 25 reps. If you can relax your feet, but also play with your feet position, I'm going to feel more butt. Less calves, less hamstrings. Feel your butt. Yes, it's a glute exercise. It's also in the core category because there's so much mobility in your spine. Hip bridges. Squeeze your glutes. Relax your lower legs. Let that motion happen. You've got 15 more seconds. Get them up on your hip bridges. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Big deep breath. I personally think we have 5 more minutes, so let's get one more loop of legs. If you want to join me on that, awesome. If you want to be done with this, you can. You'll have this emailed to you later on today, like yesterday, and you're gonna have a nice, good, challenging day tomorrow. When you're ready, it's the 10 stationary forward lunges and or narrow squats, the 10 stationary reverse lunges or wide squats, the 10 stiff leggeds, and the 10 lateral lunges. Ready, set, go. Big and slow. If you've already been going and want to get a couple extra reps, so be it. There's 3, there's 4. Remember, you can do narrow squats. 5, you're breathing. 6, take your time. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand tall. I'll let you readjust. Stationary reverse lunge or wide squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your time, big deep breath, stiff-legged deadlift, single or double. 1, big and slow. 2, take your time. 3, nice big motion. Make sure you stand all the way up so you can go back down. You got your 6, nice and slow. 7, take your time. 8, 9, 10, big deep breath, lateral lunges, and you're done with our nice simple Tuesday. Step and load. If you need to do regular squats, please do. 3, 4, 5. Think about your hips, your glutes, your eyes, your thighs. 180 each hip. Lots of stretching. And then 100 abs and core with some legs along the way. There should be 8 and 9 and 10. Voila. Whew. How you guys feel?